ladies, you guys gave me so much love on the YouTube video I posted 2 videos ago. That was how I actually transformed my physique, not once but twice, and I wanted to make another sit down video because I have a whiteboard and I'm going to show you everything for free. How exactly you are going to build your realistic schedule for the week that allows you to meal prep, that allows you to get your workouts in and get your steps in and all the rest of it. I am going to tell you on a visual, I'm a visual person, so I need to see things written down. I'm going to write all of this down on a whiteboard. You are going to take it and apply it to your own life, and I want you to commit for the next 3 months. I want you to say, right, I have 3 months basically until Christmas. If you think about it, we've got a whole of September, October, November. You can transform yourself so much in this time frame. Now, are you going to go from 0 to 100? Absolutely not. We're all about balance on this channel. Every single thing I post about is about balance and being realistic and building sustainable healthy habits. I'm never going to say, come and join my challenge and you're going to lose X amount of weight or XYZ. Every single thing that I post, whether it's on my app, whether it's my one-to-one coaching, every single piece of content I post is realistic and it's for long-term sustainable results. We ain't about diet culture, skinny talk, fast fixes, crash diets, anything like that. If you've been here for the 10 years that I've been here for, then you will know that. So we're going to jump right in because I want to make this as informative as possible, but I like to blab far too much and I'd rather not keep you here for like half an hour. But what I will say is, get a tea, get a coffee, get a drink, get something, get a notepad out, get your notes out on your phone, get your laptop out, get something out that you can write this down on. Pause as you go if you need to, but I'm going to tell you absolutely every single thing that you need to totally transform your routine, your schedule and your healthy habits, that you will be an unrecognisable person. I don't just mean looks wise, but like aesthetics, mentally, physically, like everything about your person. By Christmas time, by the end of this year, you could be a completely different person in a new mindset, following a new schedule, a new lifestyle. And yes, you can have physical results in 3 months as well. Like I said, you're not going to go 0 to 100, but you're definitely going to get closer to your goals. So with that being said, let's get into it. You're going to have to bear with me because my whiteboard is really old, it's also really big, and it's also kind of stained a wee bit, so we're going to try our best to write on it. I hope this pen actually works. We're going to start with number 1, which is your workouts. There's going to be 3 things I want you to really focus on, and a potential 4th when it comes to changing up your routine. So number 1, we want to work out when you're going to work out, okay? Exercise, lifting weights. Let's work out how to fit that into your schedule. Number 2, steps. We're going to look at how to get some steps into your life. And number 3 is nutrition, and we're going to chat about how you can actually build a really sustainable meal plan, shopping list, all the rest of it, meal prep to actually get ahead of the game but not sit and spend hours doing it, because this is for a realistic person, okay? Yes, I am a quote-unquote influencer. I have time in the house every single day. I work from home every single day, but I'm also a mother. I have a 2-year-old who is with me 24/7. She doesn't go to daycare. I have no nannies. I have no anybody else that looks after her. She is with me 24/7. 24/7. That's my choice. I run a business. Obviously, I'm on social media. Like there's not actually that many hours. There's not that many hours in a day. If I can do it at this stage in life, you can do it too. So we're going to make it as simple as possible for you, right? We are going to pick. I'm going to go off of my own personal schedule, okay? When it comes to weight training, I personally go to the gym 4 days a week. That works perfectly for me and my goals. If you can only commit 3 days a week, then make this a 3-day-a-week version, okay? But let's just say for talking's sake, we're all doing 4 days per week. If you join my app or my coaching, everything tends to be 4 days, well, not the coaching. If you join my app, most of my workout programs are 4 days a week, so that's going to apply there. However, obviously if you do one-to-one coaching, it's personalised, it's tailored, and we adapt everything to fit a 3-day or a 5-day depending on what it is you want. But that aside, we're going to do I hope you can see this, 4 days a week, okay? That is number 1, that is 2, that is 3. What I have found is if you do not plan in advance, you will not stick to something, okay? So this is what we're going to do with our workouts. You're going to have a visual, get a calendar, get get a diary, get a piece of paper, a whiteboard, anything, right, and put it somewhere that you can see it every single day. You're going to pick 4 days a week you're going to go to the gym. For me personally, that for me is a Monday, a Wednesday, a Thursday and a Saturday. Those are the days that I can go to the gym and what works around my schedule. My boyfriend goes the other days. He goes like Tuesday, Thursday morning, because I go Thursday night. He goes Friday, and then he goes Sunday. So we go 4 days a week each, and we have to like chop and change because we have a child and he works full-time and I obviously run a business. So this is what works for us and our schedule. So pick 4 days a week that suits you to go to the gym and make them non-negotiable. I have found that when we have decided on our days, because the other person is going on the other days, there's no room to not go to the gym, because then you're going to miss your day, because you can't just go, oh, I'll go tomorrow, because the other person's going tomorrow, and that they're not going to just go, oh well, I'll just not go, and then you can go or swap or anything like that. Especially with, obviously Adam goes to a job, so he can't just chop and change things because it doesn't fit with his schedule. Thus, make your days non-negotiable, okay? Pick your days that you're going to the gym and say, if I do not go these days, then I do not go. And if you just pick the days and you know in your head in advance that that's when you're going to go to the gym, then you're more likely to go. Because if it gets to say it gets to Sunday night and you're like, oh, I'm going to go to the gym 4 days this week, that's my goal, but you don't decide which days you're going to go. So it gets to Monday and you go, nah, I'll just go Tuesday. I'll go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, just random, right? But then you might get to the next day and go, oh, I don't feel like it. Like there's still another 6 days in the week, I'll go those days instead. You're never going to stick to it and you're not going to be consistent, so you have to just pick your days and just go. And that is it. Now for me personally, I like to do 2 upper body days and 2 lower body days. So for example, I would do legs on a Monday, upper body, which might be push. On a Wednesday, I'll do lower body again on Thursday, and I'll do an upper body, which might be pull on Saturday. Pick your days, pick your workouts, just like that. Now when it comes to your workouts, I'm going to pop something up on the screen. You can plan your own workouts, but plan the workouts. This is another thing, okay? Step number 1, how many days a week are we going to the gym? Step number 2, which days of the week are we going to the gym? Step number 3, what are we doing on those days we go to the gym? And step number 4, what do those workouts actually look like when we go to the gym? Now that's not going to fit on my whiteboard, so I'm going to talk it through you on a slideshow instead. Please appreciate this video, like it, give it a thumbs up and comment down below, because this is a lot of effort. So when it comes to your workouts, you want to focus on the beginning of your workouts being compound movements, compound lifts, i.e. the main lifts that you will do in your workout. So if it's a leg day, we're talking squats, lunges, deadlifts, RDLs, hip thrusts, that kind of range. A compound lift is an exercise that includes more than one muscle group and joint group, i.e. it's a bit of an all over exercise rather than isolation work, which would look like a kickback, or it might be like a machine, so maybe like a hamstring curl or a leg extension, which focus more on a specific muscle group rather than an overall. So I'm going to pop up here 3 examples. Okay, I'm going to make lists. Here's a bunch of compound lifts for upper body and lower body, and here's a bunch of isolation exercises for each of those 2. I want you to pick, the whiteboard's gone back. I want you to pick per day 2 compounds, 3 isolation. My writing does not look good. That is the plan that you're going to do for your workouts, and you're going to stick to it, okay? Point number 5, I'm going to write this down first and then I'm going to lift it up, is progressive overload. Progressive overload. Now, I've spoken about progressive overload before. If you do not know what it is, basically progressive overload is where we're going to do more over time than we've done in the past, i.e. the only way your body is going to adapt and change is if you work it harder than before and you challenge it. So change is not made in the comfort zone. We need to make sure in your workouts you are pushing yourself, especially on these compound lifts. You want to make sure on these lifts, every couple of weeks to a month, you are going up in weight. It doesn't need to be every single week, let's be realistic. If you cannot go up in weight, then you add an extra rep or 2 or 3 or 4. If you cannot do extra reps, then you will go in and do extra sets. So for example, let's say it's Monday, we're training legs, we're doing some squats. Normally you're doing 60 kilo for 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps. You can't go heavier than 60 kilo, so you're going to try and do 60 kilo for 3 sets for maybe 10 to 12 reps. If you can't do that, you're going to do 60 kilo for 4 sets, 8 to 10 reps. That 4th set you might not get the full range, you might only get 5 or 6, but that is more. That is 6 reps more than you did the week before. And that's the point of progressive overload. We do more than we did before. That is a workout. That's a plan. If you do not want to make up your own workout plans, find a workout plan, download an app, check my bio, get a coach, get a trainer, get someone that can give you your workout plan that is based on your goals. Based on your goals and can help you in the gym. My app is 50 pence a day. 50 pence a day, which works out about £15 a month if you need a plan that is ready to go, plus everything else. Then check out my app. I'm also just opening my one-to-one coaching, which starts on the 1st of September. So if you are someone that thinks, do you know what, I need a hand to finish this year as strong as possible, I introduced the reset season. That is what we're calling my coaching this time round. It is the last time I'm doing it this year. The new one will not be out until New Year, and it's called reset season because I feel like we get to this time of year, we're in a bit of a funk, we're a bit, I don't really know what my goals are. It's no longer summer, I'm not kind of chasing that, trying to look best for my holidays. Not that I do that, but the general population does. You know, it's not quite New Year, but also so far from New Year. It's coming up to Christmas, but I want to feel good at Christmas. Blah de blah de blah. Take this as your winter arc. The reset season is an 8-week coaching block. Everything is tailored. Your workout program will be tailored for you, and it will be whether you can do 3, 4, 5 days a week, whether it's at home, at the gym, whatever your goals are, we will do. If you've got injuries or specific exercises you do or do not like, we will not include them. Meal plan, that will be built for you weekly. We will change and adapt your macros to make sure you are not plateauing or just not going in the direction you're supposed to be going. You will have weekly check-ins with me, myself and I. We're going to do, make sure that, so that'll keep you accountable. You'll be added to a WhatsApp group with the other girls on the one-to-one, so you can all keep each other accountable, and then you will also have access to weekly educational videos. Every week there'll be a new video on topics like this, where I can actually teach you how to get to your goals out with what we're actually doing on the one-to-one. Plus at the 4-week mark, halfway, we do a live call and we'll just sit and chat, questions, accountability, fun, catch up, see how we're all getting on. I'll drop that in there. The link is down below if you want to join. We start on the 1st of September, so do not miss out. Okay, number 2. We'll talk about nutrition first and then steps, because steps is a bit more easy. What you want to do with your nutrition is A, calculate. Do I want to draw on this? I think I will draw on this. Whee! We're just going to do it in the corner, right? When it comes to food, the love of my life. Number 1, work out your macros depending on your goal. I'm going to tell you right now, none of this exercise stuff matters if you do not have your nutrition in place. You can do all your workouts, you can progressive overload, you can do your push-pull legs, you can go 4 times a week, you can hit your steps, you can do it all, but if your diet is not 80% where it should be, you are not going to get to your goals. You're sabotaging yourself, and I will tell you right now, no matter what my goals are, so if I was trying to like build more muscle, or if I was trying to lose a bit of body fat, my workouts look exactly the same. It's my food that changes. Food is what will actually change your physique. If you're trying to build some muscle mass and lose some body fat, the food is where it's at. Food is like 80% of it. and then your workouts are the other 20, okay? You need to make sure your food is on point. So number 1, work out your macros for your goals, okay? Then pick, I'm actually going to just eat 3 meals a day with 1 snack. 3 meals, 1 snack. If you're someone that likes 2 snacks, then you're going to have to take that into account. You can still have 3 meals, but in terms of your macros like being broken out throughout the day, for example, like so you know what I'm talking about, I'll show you on my app, right? When you work out your macros, you can then pick which meals you want to eat in a day. It will then divide your calories up throughout those meals so that when it comes to those meals, you can have a ballpark figure. Okay, I'm kind of aiming for this. I'm aiming for this much protein per meal, per snack, so you know what you're actually doing. Sometimes numbers are just jumbled and you just need something visually in front of you. If you're like me, I need visuals. I need to know what is going on, hence my giant whiteboard. Then from there, you're then going to think, right, I'm going to find a bunch of recipes that are easy. Find recipes that are easy, that are healthy. Easy, healthy, mostly whole food. Food you actually like though. I don't want you sitting going, oh, I'm going to make this quinoa salad with tomatoes, when you don't even like quinoa salad with tomatoes. You're not going to stick to something if you do not actually like it. I eat food that I love and I personally enjoy. And that is the only way that I've managed to stick to it for so long, because I genuinely love the food that I eat. I get so excited for each meal that I eat. It's actually quite funny. Was it last night? I sat down to my dinner and I'm like, I'm so excited to have this, and Adam was like, you have that every day? I'm like, I don't care, right? I enjoy it and I like eating it. Find recipes. Now, I don't want, if you're starting out, let's make life so simple. Pick recipes that you can meal prep and batch cook, right? Keep your Monday to Friday the same, just make your life easier. So for example, I'm not saying join my app, right? I mean, I am, but I'm also not. I'm showing you for visuals. Pick recipes that you want, put them into your meal plan for the week and break down your shopping list. Okay, so what do I need to make 4 or 5 portions of the blueberry muffin baked oats? What do I need to make 4 or 5 portions of this sandwich in a week? And what do I need to make 4 or 5 portions of whatever you've chosen for dinner, okay? Just prepare for your week. When I do meal preps and meal prep videos, if you can go on my Instagram and see ones there for free, or you can join my app and obviously like put them into meal plan yourself. They are not recipes that take longer than 1 hour. You can put a 1 hour timer on, okay? So find your 1 hour in a week, if that's a Sunday, if it's a Saturday, if it's a Monday, whatever it is, right? Find recipes, then find 1 hour. You only need 1 hour in a week to get your food prepped for the whole week. See, this alone, your workouts and your food just being sorted, that is 95% of it, right? If you can get these 2 things, you are jamming. You are jamming. So make sure, go to my Instagram, go to my TikTok, go on Pinterest, go anywhere you want for free recipes. Literal free recipes are all over the internet. Find really simple, straightforward ones. Find things that you think, I actually really like the look of that, I'll definitely eat that, it's something that I will enjoy. Find an hour a week to prep it all in advance and just have it ready. If you are prepared, you will not fail, okay? If you have it sitting there, you will eat it. And that is it. And then point number 3 is really simple, but I definitely found that adding in steps to my routine made actually quite a difference to my life. I definitely think it helped me be slightly leaner now postpartum than I was before. It's definitely increased my cardiovascular fitness, and it's also mental clarity. It is my 45, I normally do about between half an hour and 40 minutes a day, because I normally push Blake in a pram to put her to sleep to then make videos like this. She's asleep downstairs. That is my like half an hour to 40 minutes of me. I do take my phone just in case, but I have it on silent. I don't look at my phone, I don't listen to anything. I just like walk and just think, or I just don't think. I just have mental space. I look around, I'm having fresh air, I'm walking at a decent pace. Whether you want to go walk outside, whether you want to walk with your children, whether you want to phone a friend and be like, by the way, we should meet up in the morning before work, we should meet up on our lunch break. If you go to an office, find a walking buddy on your lunch break, be like, hey, fancy 30 minutes of our lunch break, go on a good power walk, and then we'll just eat our lunch after it. You know, at night time, take your partner out, say, let's just go for a stroll, let's actually go and talk and hang out and just go outside and get fresh air. Whatever it is, somehow I can't tell you how to do this. Fit a 30 to 40 minute walking session into your life at least 5 days a week. I do it every day just because it puts Blake to sleep, like I said, but honestly it is just that tiny slot in your day that allows you to just... Now you might decide, actually I want to listen to a podcast, or I want to listen to a YouTube video, or you want to listen to some music. That's absolutely fine. I just personally like to have nothing. I like to have nothing and just wander around. And then I want you to go to bed. I want you to go to bed at a decent time, okay? Between 10 and 11 is more realistic for people. I'm not going to my bed at 9 at night. If you can go to bed and try your best to get at least 7 hours of sleep a night. Now that is very hard if you're a new mum, if you have multiple children, if you're up early, if you work night shifts. I understand that. It took me a year and a half of having Blake to finally be able to sleep at least 7 hours a night, and I finally can do it. Also, when it comes to your workouts, decide if you're going before work, if you're going on your lunch break, or if you're going after work. Guys, my camera died, but I literally have 2 minutes more left to say it. I'm just going to say it here. Every single workout that I do is between 45 minutes and 60 minutes. No workout will take me longer than an hour, unless it's boiling hot and I'm sweating and I take my time with legs. That's all. But normally I go to the gym in the morning most days, thus I have 1 hour. I go to the gym from 6 a.m. till 7 a.m. because I need to be back for 7:15 for Adam to go to work. When you slot things into your life, they have specific designated time slots. You are going to do it. You have to just plan things in advance. I am giving you everything in your hands right now. I'm giving you all the tools, I'm giving you the plan, but it's you that has to execute it. I want you to commit to this. I want you to look at this whiteboard. I want you to have written out your own version of it, and I want you to commit to it for the next 3 months. And I want you to come back to me and say, Steph, I love you, because I committed for 3 months and this is where I am. Now, it doesn't matter if your goal is to bulk up or to shred down or whatever it is, or even just get fitter, just have a healthier lifestyle. I don't care what it is. I just want you to make changes to your life to finally get to where you deserve to be. Not even where you want to be, but where you deserve to be, okay? Because we all deserve to feel our best. And I feel really passionate about it, especially now as a mum, because obviously when I was like 25, I had all the time in the world, could do what I wanted, I was a full-time fitness influencer, blah, 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 blah. And you appreciate now that time is of the essence. And now pouring into myself when I have to pour into so many other areas of my life, it makes the biggest difference. Like, I feel really content within myself because I pour into myself, and it makes me a nicer person to everybody. It makes me a better person to everybody, and I want you to have that. I do not want you to go through life and not be the main character. Be the main character in your own life. Like I said, my coaching spots are open, but they are limited, guys. We don't actually have that many left. We have a handful, but if you really want someone to keep you accountable for the next 8 weeks and beyond, please come and grab a spot. I'm going to link it down below. Come and join. If you just need all of this on an app and you want to figure it out yourself from there, then also join my app. Or if you just want to take these tools and go off and do it on your lonesome, then I salute you. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.